Little Yachty's. Oh no, I said yacht. Okay, let me do it
Little
again.
Yachty's.
Hello everybody, welcome to Sunday Jamz with Joe, Shak and Sam. We're doing a track review today. Lil Yachty's new song, Bring It Back. Let's dive right into it and jam. So, Lil Yachty, he's a kid, teenager. He makes some trap music. He released a mixtape last year called Little Boat, and although it wasn't very well received, Melon loved it, but he didn't love it. He gave it a 7. It had its admirers. The mixtape,
And he's since released summer songs too as well.
yeah, which even worse received, but because the thing with me with summer songs too, and well, the songs I've heard of it, I haven't listened to the whole project, is that it doesn't really have that kind of, I don't know, it's just the uniqueness about Little Boat, the mixtape, the characters, the goofiness. It's not as much there from the songs I've heard of summer songs too, but yeah. Little Boat was his kind of defining release last year. Very polarizing release. Some people kind of find it charming and nice. Other people find it very irritating and annoying. Yeah, and that's basically Yachty in a nutshell. You either it kind of get the quirk, or you just like find him unbelievably irritating. And I feel like there's mainly just two camps when it comes to Yachty. And you know, for me, when it comes to the Little Boat mixtape, I like it. So I'd say, by virtue of that one project, I'm in the first camp. I get it. I kind of get what he's going for, and I enjoy it. As do you, Joe, don't you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed all of Lil Boat, and I just something about just the whole sound and everything about him that's just kind of just funny and enjoyable.
Very carefree. Yeah. But Bring It Back is very different to anything he's ever done. It's a complete departure from his genre, basically, and from his sound. It's not trap. It's not even rap. It's some kind of synth pop, chill wave 80s style
New
thing.
disco.
Yeah, it's like kind of. It's kind of like disco revival, synth poppy, chill shit. Yeah. It's something in that kind of ballpark. It's kind of hard to exactly pin down, but I think disco revival is a good way of thinking about it in a sense. But basically, it's nothing like what you'd expect. It's nothing like what he'd done before, and because of that, it's had even more divisive reaction to his regular divisive reaction, which is already very divisive. But I think the division has grown even further now with this Bring It Back. And it's really just about what camp do you fall in. And let's see what camp the boys fall in. So Sam, what camp are you in when it comes to Bring It Back? Do you get it, or do you think it's annoying?
To give some context about how I feel about Lil Yachty in general, I haven't listened to Little Boat the entire way, but I really did like the intro track. But I also thought Minnesota was extremely irritating. So I'm not hugely into Yachty, and when I heard this, I thought it was bad when I first listened to it.
Okay.
Like I really didn't like it, but after a few listens, I think I'm kind of getting the vibe that he's going for. But even then, it's not good. It's lacking. The song itself attempts to be like all kind of charming and bubbly and, you know, kind of have this hint of innocence about it. But I really don't feel that it's achieved as well as the intro track that I did hear off Little Boat. It feels, well, it just doesn't feel as genuine.
You feel like it's a bit false the way he's jumped on this random genre and tried to make a track out of it.
I don't know whether false is the right word, but whatever I appreciate that he's doing something a bit different for him, but it kind of struck me, the general track kind of struck me as like he'd been given a beat that wasn't used off Random Access Memories, the Daft Punk album.
Right, okay.
And, you know, he did his thing over it, but I don't think his style complements very well to this, especially in the first half of the track. The second half of the track, like when the saxophone comes in and things get a bit kind of slowed down, I think suits it a lot better. So this, for me personally, is a really just messy track, and like you said, it's I can very much understand why it split people more, even more than the Little Boat mixtape.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? How do you feel? How did you first feel? How do you feel now?
First listen, I enjoyed it, but I kind of wasn't sure about the noises, that he makes, like those like weird little like
Yeah, I still think they're garbage, to be honest.
yeah, like
They just sound like shit versions of what Michael Jackson did, and I get it's supposed to be tongue in cheek, but you can't rely on, you can't just fall back on. It's that whole it's supposed to be shitty. Like that is the only defense you can give for those dumb noises in the background. Is it's supposed to be shitty? There's no way he thought that was good. I can't believe that. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be tongue in cheek, but it still just sounds tacky and bad.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like, but at the same time, like, it does add to that weird geeky charm, that amateur vibe that just, I don't know, it's just lovable.
Well, yeah, that's what I kind of mean when the whole "it's supposed to be shitty" thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be amateurish and like awkward and geeky the way he does it, because that's kind of the aesthetic. It does sound, to me, it does sound bad. Like that thing, it's like it's so unnecessary as well. Like I feel like you could have achieved the same thing with that cut out. I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Probably.
it's not integral to the song in any sense.
No,
It's
but
just
I
like a
think
little
it does
annoyance
add.
in the
It
background.
does add to it, though. I think, like, it might be too like clean and just too. It wouldn't be as unusual without that just like strange decision being made.
Okay.
And what about you, Shakeel?
So when I first heard this song, I was like, I'm not sure if this is like the worst thing I've ever heard or like really good. Like it could have on first listen, it could have fluctuated between like a 2 and like a 7. On first listen, I was like, I really can't pin down how I even feel
Yeah.
about this song
It's
because it was too much of a shock to the system. I think.
It really takes you by surprise because it's so far from what you expect. But
Yeah.
but like weirdly not that far. Like
Well, no. If anyone was going to make this song from the trap movement, it was Yachty.
Yeah.
Like, no. Yeah. In that sense, it's only he could kind of think this is something to do. This is a good decision. So when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I really don't know how I feel about this. The more I listen to it, it's like, it's hard. It's like I really don't like that stupid Michael Jackson ad libs, and I feel like the singing like falls off beat a lot, and there's a lot like objectively wrong about the song. It feels, but there is like it's catchy, and it's that little bridge. That happier with me, sand in your toes, all that shit.
The sand in your toes post-chorus bridge thing is probably my favorite bit about the whole track.
Yeah. Again, that's catchy as well. It is definitely like lacking, like in terms of the ideas. Like it's very like it's like the same fucking thing, and it's like it's not that interesting, what he's doing, even though it's different. It's like it's different to him, but it really is, like you say, Sam, just like bad disco. So it's not different in the context of of wider music. It's just like a bad version of an old genre, basically. But I still think I just think it's decent because it's catchy and because it's interesting to hear like super auto-tuned vocals on something that would have otherwise been real singing. So it's kind of like forcefully like dragging disco into the modern day by like splurting auto-tune all over it, which is quite like jarring at first, but it's like, okay, I kind of get it. I'd say I get it. I get the song and it's catchy and I like it. I wouldn't say I like it. I'd say it's like it's okay. I feel above average emotion towards it.
I
Like
like
I would actually return to it, just by virtue of its catchiness, I think. But I wouldn't say I like it. I wouldn't go as far as to say I like it because I feel like there's just too many like things that bug me about it. I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be a weird one, his album, because the
and
three
Peekaboo
releases.
is on it.
Yeah, it's going to be really weird because I don't like any of the three songs. Well, Bring It Back I like the most, but I don't like the other two. I really, really don't like Peekaboo. They're all really different, so it already implies to me that the album's going to be messy.
Did you not like Harley?
It's okay, not really. After like the first listen, it's like okay, and then more than one listen, I was like, this is just annoying now.
I only listened to it like once. I need to re-listen.
I found it annoying after a few listens, and I feel like it's something that actually Fantano said in his Little Boat review, which I feel like might happen. And it was like I feel like Little Boat was kind of like a fluke because he had this idea with the two characters, and it was quite fresh because he hadn't really released something before. So it was like all these first ideas, and a lot of the times your first ideas are like some of the strongest ones. And I don't know how he's gonna pull it off again. I don't like it when he gets all serious, like in Peekaboo, and tries to do that hard rapping style. I feel like he's always on a really fine line, a real tightrope of being irritating when he does his thing. Like he's either on the right side of that line where it's charming, or he slips to the wrong side of the line when it's just irritating. Like you say, Sam, Minnesota is irritating.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Still a
One
bit of a
Night
banger,
is
though.
good. One Night is good and charming, but Minnesota does get irritating, for example.
I just want more
Um,
bangers like One Night and Wanna Be Us and songs like that. There's something
I mean-
just so great about those songs.
I think what it is that he uses that singy, charming, bubblegummy thing in the track. None of those songs are this kind of Peekaboo style song where it's like he's trying to rap and be all hard and
No,
like
yeah, it's got like that. The beat is like kind of serious and actually arty, and
yeah, it sounds like it should. Like I said when I first heard it, this should just be a Migos track. Yachty should just be axed from this song, and I still think that to this day. It would have been a million times better if it was just a Migos track and there was no Yachty on this.
it's true. But I still kind of like it. It grew on me.
I'm not a fan. I feel like he ruins the song, and I feel like he has that potential, which is why I say Yachty. I feel like Yachty's whole thing is like on a tightrope between being annoying and being charming.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He has to like fall on the right side for it to work, and I feel like Little Boat, the mixtape overall, he happened to fall on the right side of that. But I feel like with what I've heard from the new album, although Bring It Back interests me, and I'd be interested if there was more of that kind of shit on the album. Overall, I feel like he might be slipping onto the wrong side of that rope, where it's going to be like, oh, this is getting a bit annoying for me personally. But we'll see when the album drops. But as far as this song goes, obviously there are problems with it. It is kind of charming though. It's kind of nice. It's kind of decent. So overall, more positive than negative for me.
I enjoyed it. I love the video. The
video
is so great.
Very entertaining. It is entertaining. If I gave it a score, it'd be like a very low 6 for this song.
I give it a good 6.
I'm feeling a very low 5.
Whereas Peekaboo's like a 3. Like I hate
Nah.
Peekaboo's crap.
The chorus is the worst bit.
Chorus is the worst bit. The beat is overrated as well.
The beat is sick.
It's not that sick.
I quite like the beat. It's like almost
I
like
like it. but
like
it's- I feel
spooky almost.
Yeah. That's like all trap is spooky beats. Like a very, very low 6. Like just about scraping the 6.
Shit.
Thanks for listening. If you guys listened to Bring It Back by Yachty, what did you think? Did you like it or did you not like it? Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.
Jeez.
Jeez!